All right, let me get the stream in place. Open this up on my phone here. There. Okay, I can hear myself. That's good stuff. All right, still got Nidoking with me. Since last time, we've done a lot of stuff. I have been training, EV training, all that stuff off stream. Lots of stuff I've evolved. Lots of stuff I've trained a good bit. I didn't quite get everything done. I wanted to start the stream at noon, so I wanted to move on. Caught all these Meowths so I could have pickup going while I'm training. Trained these three up in case we need some extra oomph. This was already pretty high level, but we trained it some. And these we started training. Oh, immediately when I start streaming, the cat starts talking to me. We're gonna ignore her. So yeah, right now we have to be mindful of the Elite Four because I've been told there's a glitch where if the last place you rested was here, which it will be because I'm not gonna fly back and forth. If the last place you rested was here at the Indigo Plateau and you lose, the game will glitch out and not know where to send you. So we are going to both save and save state to make sure everything's fine. While we were training, we got Nidoking up to 52. I've taught it Earthquake. I've replaced Surf with Strength on it, keeping Mega Horn and Toxic Spikes. Charizard is the same that it's been, 53 now. Vileplume is the same as it's been, but level 51 now. Clefable, same as it's been, level 51. Level 51. Learned Future Sight, got rid of Rock Smash. We might use it later if we need it. Lapras is the same, got rid of Strength on it. It learned Rain Dance by level up. I haven't given it a different move yet. And that's our team for now. If we find that this team is insufficient, which it might be, we will come back to this save right here, which I am going to replace our main save state, and then I'm going to make a lower save state, like down at slot 10. In the event that we need to come back, we have Annihilate, Aerodactyl, Gyarados as options to switch. Gyarados is probably not going to be the best option because it only knows Tackle, Flail, and Hyper Beam right now. Because that's just what it knew by level up. We don't have any physical water moves to teach it until we beat the Pokemon League and we get Waterfall. So it doesn't have stuff for that. The rules as they follow are, we have to stay below the limit of whichever Elite Four member we are facing. If we beat an Elite Four member, we will consider the next one's limit to be the new ceiling. So if we beat Lorelei, and then we find we can't win against Bruno, we can level up more, come back, beat Lorelei with the higher limit because we already know we can beat her at this. Do Bruno. Once we have beaten the champion, I'm no longer considering level limits because I know Hoenn has a weird ceiling for levels. Everything is going to be 50 levels higher. So this is the last time we need to think about it. Obviously, within reason, I'm not going to level everything up to 100 and then just steamroll Hoenn when we get there. That wouldn't be fun. But just to make things easier on us, and so I don't have to go in and check everything and then do the math, because I'm not sure exactly how everything's been adjusted. So, we're going to start by leading with Vileplume and see how that goes. Oh, I also need to... Since I was grinding, I didn't have that on, and I didn't have audio on. I don't rem Also, this is a known glitch. The Elite Four and Kanto are a little messed up. I really thought there used to be different music for the Elite Four and it wasn't the gym leader music, but maybe I'm wrong. I know the champion music is different. I think we're gonna try and sweep. Okay. Well, then I'm just gonna go for Giga Drain now. Yeah, because it always tries to set up Hail. Let me make sure I'm more on camera than I am right now. That's a bit better. Close my closet so you're not looking at my shirts, even though that doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm not too worried about this. Lorelei, I think, is one of the easier. Lorelei is like a hard first person if you don't know like what the deal is. But I feel like once you get past her like initial team, it's pretty easy to fight the rest of her team. And then the rest of the Elite Four, like I think Lorelei is like a hard entry point, and then Lance is a hard end point. But I don't feel like they're too bad when you know what the deal is. Okay, she's gonna go for Lapras. So, do we have... We do have Water Absorb. I don't think confusing Lapras is gonna be helpful. I think we're gonna go Clefable and try to set up again. Okay, we're faster, that's cool. That's annoying. I don't remember if her Lapras has Perish Song. Okay, I'm gonna touch my mic for a sec, so apologies for whatever sound it makes. Yeah, we'll heal back from whatever the hail does to us. That's annoying, but our attack stat isn't that high. This is gonna hurt, but not that bad. More than I'd like it to, but not that bad. Okay, I think we're gonna get through Confusion on this turn, so I'm gonna Calm Mind again. Yeah. Okay. Didn't get paralyzed, so that's cool. I'm gonna go for Moonlight now. We do have Ethers, Elixirs, and Lefa Berries, so I'm not too worried about PP, but I'm going to try not to use all my Moonlights in this fight. I would love to get to +3 or +4. That would be ideal. But if we find that we're getting whittled down too fast, I might just go for the kill. Yeah, it's 2 times we've hit ourselves in Confusion, which is not what I want. Okay, now I'm worried. Cool. Hopefully she doesn't go for another Confuser, eh? Ice Beam, okay. As long as it doesn't freeze. Cool. What power is this at? 60. Yeah, so this is gonna do way more. I'm gonna go for a Moonblast now. Citrus Berry. I figured Confuse Ray was coming out. I'm gonna go for one more Moonlight. That's kind of what I figured. Please don't crit. Paralyzed. Cool. I feel like her Lapras is normally female too, so that's nice. Well, this isn't what I wanted to happen at all. Awesome. I should have gone for Moonlight. I don't know why I clicked Calm Mind there. I really need the love mechanic to get me out of the paralyze here. Okay, now I'm gonna go for stored power. Parafusion's annoying, but we might break out a paralyze. That crit probably mattered. That's okay. Cloyster I'm not worried about at all. That's okay. There we go. Cloyster's probably going to be faster than us, because we haven't put a lot of speed EVs on this. If we get through, we one-shot, though. Yeah, Cloyster's got really bad special defense, so this is going to one-shot. We're going to stay in on Jinx. Yeah, that puts us to sleep. I was gonna say I'm surprised we're not faster than Jinx, but I guess that makes sense. Cool. We'd be having a much worse time if those mechanics weren't in the game, but what are you gonna do? That's annoying. There we go. If it does that much to Jinx, then I think it's a 3-shot on Slowbro, which is not ideal. I'm gonna hit Calm Mind. Yeah, she's going for full restore. I think I'm gonna hit one more. Fuck. Does this Jinx even have attacking moves? There we go. That's not gonna do anything, though. It did more than I thought it would. Okay, we really need to wake up. Crit didn't matter anymore, we were at +4 now. I'm gonna go Moonlight again. I doubt this still has... I think it has Amnesia, which it will be annoying. As Yawn, which is more annoying than Amnesia. I think it's Yawn, Amnesia... Water Pulse or Surf? I don't remember exactly what Slowbro has. Okay, well we crit, so it doesn't matter. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Alright, let's heal up. We got these from Meowth. These are fresh water. Okay, I don't think we're gonna set up with Clefable on Bruno. Question is, who do we use? I think we're gonna go... We're gonna start with Lapras and then probably switch to Espeon. And then I'm going to save state over our first slot. I'm not gonna save from the start menu in case that glitch happens. Let's see if the rest of the sprite... All the sprites might be messed up for the Elite Four, or it might just be Lorelei. Okay, it's just Lorelei. I think Onyx probably has Sturdy. Does not. I don't think that crit mattered at all. He's gonna go Machamp, we're gonna go Espeon. So what is our new limit? Okay, if we lose this fight, our new limit is 56 instead of 54. But I don't think we're gonna lose this fight. I did go on a little spree using Covet on Abras in the wild to get a Twisted Spoon, so that's also boosted. We're gonna stay in on Hitmonlee. Okay, we'll go back into Lapras on that. Nothing. Does nothing. Okay. Yeah, look at those stats. Okay. Go up here. Okay, let me... I feel pretty strongly that Espeon one-shots all of Agatha's team. But let's see. Am I supposed to believe that Agatha is the rival's grandma? Because I kind of think that might be the case. I believe the new limit is 60 or 62. That does a lot. Okay, and we don't have speed, so we're actually in a weird spot here. That's pretty much the worst thing that could have happened to us. Okay. Do I think that Gengar has Levitate, or do I think it has... Well, that one had Cursed Body. So let's see if this one has Levitate. That's so annoying. Not only to go for Hypnosis, but to actually hit it. Okay. I was expecting Dream Eater. Shadow Ball's okay. That's a shame. Lapras tanks. Yeah. You weren't gonna hit two of those. Hit yourself, hit yourself, hit yourself. That sucks. Cool. I would really love a wake up. That is worst case scenario. Held on. Now wake up. Nice. Okay, this is okay. I'm gonna... Yeah, I was gonna say, this is okay, because now we can go into Charizard. Get the kill with Charizard, and then her other Pokemon, Espeon, outspeeds. The Hypnosis is really awful. That's always been true of Agatha. Dodging Shadow Ball is cool. Confident that doesn't kill. But it didn't matter. I think the amount of, like, hacks that have happened here are a big contributor to why we're losing. I don't see, like, Hypnosis is what, 80 accuracy? I guess she's hit 80% of them, but still, normally, if I was using Hypnosis, I'd be missing constantly. Okay, we've lost because now everything gets one shot, so I'm gonna go ahead and load this again. I'm also gonna go ahead and use a fresh water here. Alright. I have a plan. That's an interesting first move. Awesome. Okay. We're gonna go here to tank whatever it goes for. Okay, we'll take the confusion, that's fine. Much better attack plan. Now we're dealing with the annoying Gengar again. But we've already set up that. Yeah, this time Hypnosis misses. Please don't hit yourself. Okay. Now we're gonna get hit with Hypnosis, but that's okay. Okay, we dodge it again. Mystic Water and Rain. Doesn't do nearly as much as I'd like. Isn't all sleep guaranteed 2 turns in newer gens? So unless we wake up on our own. There goes the rain. Shake ourselves awake. I'm gonna go for Confuse Ray. Turned it back around on him. Cool. Crit. Gonna go for another. Yeah, I figured. It's really the sleep. We just gotta get around the sleep. I don't remember. Does she have 3 Gengars? I think this one's her ace and that's done, so that's good. Okay, we outspeed Arbok. Has Intimidate, so we do this instead of Nidoking. feel like Psychic must do a lot, if not kill. Yeah. Golbat, we definitely outspeed. And then I don't remember if she has another Gengar or if she has a Muck. I really do not remember her team. Haunter. Okay, I feel like we outspeed Haunter. Yeah, especially at the same level. Alright. 3 down. Okay. So Lance starts with Aerodactyl. So I think we're going to start with Lapras. Unless he starts with Gyarados, but I don't think that's true. Yeah, we'll use a full restore, why not? Okay. As soon as we walk up here, I'll save state again. Does lead with Gyarados. I'm gonna just go for Confuse Ray. Gyarados is like my one blind spot, because I don't have an electric move, which means it's also going to be a blind spot when we fight the rival. I should have kept Shockwave on Clefable. Even though Moonlight helped us against Lorelei, we could have won with other Pokemon. I think I might just go for a freeze. I really wish we had Freeze Dry. Okay, so, like, just to be clear, let me show you. I'm not... This isn't a recording, this isn't faked, like... I keep saying, okay, crit, and then it does it, or okay, freeze, and then it does it, so... It didn't even matter anyway, I've thought out immediately. That's gonna hurt, but I don't think it kills. That didn't even really hurt. And yeah, this is just the win, because now he has to recharge. So there's Gyarados down. Aerodactyl is probably the scariest thing on his team. Okay, Dragonite, we one-shot. It's just a matter of... He's gonna go for Thunder. Do I think Thunder one-shots me? He goes for Outrage. Okay. That was pretty close to a one-shot. Okay, he's gonna Citrus Berry. We're gonna go into Clefable. Probably could have set up on this, but I don't really want to risk getting one shot by something weird. Okay, now he's going Aerodactyl and Lapras is low. I think Espeon outspeeds. So if we go for damage, then Clefable can live one of anything and get the kill. Oh. Well. If the best thing you got is Wing Attack, then either way. And we held on because Espeon loves us. Cool. Okay, Dragonair, Clefable can surely take on. And then he has one more Dragonite. I think we are going to set up... Yeah, because this is going to hurt, but it's not going to kill us. And now he has to recharge. This is gonna do nothing now because we're at +3. If this somehow doesn't kill, I'll be shocked. I really don't think that crit mattered. Oh. I thought he had another Dragonite. Maybe that's just round 2. He has 2 Dragonites. Deeply annoying thing to do. But I knew that one of his Dragonair had Thunder Wave. Alright. Significantly easier than Agatha. It all comes back to having to stop Skyrim. I am gonna save the actual game here. We're beating the rival no matter what in here. That's what I've decided. I am gonna go to the restroom real quick and then we'll go in and fight the champion. I'm back. Let's heal our Pokemon. Yeah, do we need a revive? I thought we did, but we do not. I guess we can just use full restores on everything. And let's go over to berries. God, I do that every time. Use a Lepa Berry on you for Moonlight. We're also going... Fuck. Every time. Use one on you for Psychic. And then we have Ether, which we are going to use for Surf. Alright. He leads with Pidgeot. I feel pretty strongly that we might be able to set up on Pidgeot and just win. But let me see. We have 7 Moonblasts. Let's just see. Let's give Clefable a run at it. Speed tie. Okay. Worst thing that could have happened. Let's go for Sleep Powder. We could have also gone Nidoking there and used Megahorn. Megahorn probably would have one-shot. But I don't think another Pokemon is gonna be a good matchup for Rhaegar, so... How about those Mad King play, bullet points, huh? Right on. Go back. Pretty hyped about some of the stuff I heard in the Mad King play tweets. Really don't think that mattered. I don't know what's right here. Kind of feel like staying in. We're gonna go ahead and just eat the future sight with Clefable. Hey cat, quit screaming at me. We're doing something here. Yeah, we had to just go ahead and eat that. Okay, we tank anything. I think Fire Fang is the move here. Okay, I don't think that mattered either. Okay, here comes Gyarados. Gonna have to just sack Vileplume to the future sight. Be kind of interesting if his last Pokemon was Arcanine, and it's just like, oh, he doesn't use his starter anymore. But I don't think that's true. Sort of an interesting dilemma here. I do think we've lost this one. I think we're bleeding out Pokemon now. Awesome. Now maybe not. Now we might be fine. Cat does not want to shut up. Okay. He is going to have to take Future Sight at some point. Is that what his Charizard's moveset is? That feels like some stuff is different. I'm going to go for Fly. He's going to take the Future Sight. There's the Citrus Berry. Did I not go for Future Sight? I thought I set up a Future Sight. Or did Gyarados take it? I guess Gyarados must have taken it. Oh well, we got a crit. What does Inferno do again? I know this move, I just don't remember what it does. Always burns. No. Go ahead and save that state. That's the problem. The game has read it as though I left with Bulbasaur when I took Charmander. He's got to figure out how to fix that. He said it's been a headache, but I don't know why that would be a difficult thing to fix. Probably the MVP. Our ace, another big hitter, Maurice, gotta love him. And you know, you carried us through the game, Vileplume, but you didn't really do all that much in the Elite Four. But you know what? Solid squad here. Can't wait to find out who's getting replaced. Just realized I didn't have my necklace hanging out here. Not that you can even really see it on the camera. Alright. Now that the Pokemon League is done, next steps are something we gotta talk about. Cerulean Cave is now open. We can go catch Mewtwo. I will not be using Mewtwo on my main team for Hoenn. But I said this last time, I do intend to use Mewtwo as a money grinder off stream. Even if the Pokedex requirement was active, and it's not, we can now go to Professor Oak and get the Rainbow Pass and be able to access 4 through 7 Island. We can also access Johto. Not Johto, Hoenn. Here's the thing about going to Hoenn. Once we go to Hoenn, we can no longer leave until we defeat the Hoenn Pokemon League. Which, Hoenn, the Pokemon League is all in their 50s. They have a 45 to 50 level range increase. So that means that we will need to have level 90 something Pokemon to get through the Hoenn League. I also would like to get TMs and more Pokemon from Kanto before we go over to Hoenn. So what does that mean? I'm going to continue streaming right now, and we are going to go catch Mewtwo. After I catch Mewtwo, I will be ending the stream there. Off stream, I will be training more Pokemon, whichever things I want to evolve, get leveled up, and all that. In the next stream, we will be doing the Sevi Islands post-game quest that is normally in Fire Red. So we will be going through 4, 5, 6, and 7 Island, completing all those quests. Once that quest is done, we will be able to buy link cables and Mega Stones on 2 Island. So, I'm going to do all that before we go to Hoenn at all. Therefore, we will have Mega Charizard and potentially other Megas if we want to use them when we go to Hoenn. Mega Sceptile is one that I'm thinking about having in my back pocket too, because I will be picking Trico when we go to Hoenn. And that means that Vileplume will be getting replaced. So, I'm going to, now that I've said all that, I'm going to skip past the rest of the credits. Back to Palatown. Here's Professor Oak. He's gonna give us the national dex, even though we already technically have it. Here comes our mom. Okay, so we cannot... So in this version of the game, we are both red, and we are the protagonist of Hoenn. So what that means is Norman is our dad in the Hoenn region. So once we go back into our home here in Pallet Town, we will talk to our mom, and we will get sent back to Hoenn region, and that will be where we live. I don't know what that means for our house here. If somebody else moves in or what. So, before that happens, let's go catch Mewtwo. I do think we're gonna have to teach something Rock Smash. So let's see. We could replace something on one of our Pokemon that we currently have, which would be not ideal. I guess we could get rid of Fire Fang and use Rock Smash. If we need Rock Smash to get through Cerulean Cave, I'll get rid of Fire Fang. Or Dragon Breath. We're gonna replace it eventually anyway, with Dragon Claw. Is this guy always here? He must be. I don't know why I thought he wasn't. I was just like, who's that bald man? I've not encountered a single wild Pokemon in this water either. And I don't know if that's normal. I feel like normally you see, like, Poliwag or something in there. Alright, I'm gonna save again, even though we just saved. Okay. I was interested in what... I don't think there's differences in the wild here, except that Slowbro can be in here now. Yeah, I knew Machoke was in here. There it is. Well, we don't need to do that. I'll wait until we need to. If I get to a point where I'm, like, curious what's in Cerulean Cave, I'll start looking around. But we're here for Mewtwo. That's the important thing, is that we get Mewtwo. Nugget is cool. Alright. Fine. Something I have been interested in is some Pokemon. I think every single HM, except maybe Fly, can be learned by Pokemon by level up. Slowpoke gets what is that goddamn move? Surf. And Machoke gets Strength, and Farfetch gets Cut. So things learn all the HMs by level up. I'd be curious... We didn't need to do that. I'd be curious to see what a playthrough would be like if you're intentionally avoiding collecting the HMs and skipping as many quests as possible. I think that would be a fun playthrough of this, that I might do in the future, but I'm not gonna do immediately after finishing this. I've also said I want to Nuzlocke this game, and that's more pressing. If I were to pick up immediately after this one, it would be to do a Nuzlocke. Even though I'd probably lose, because I've never been good at Nuzlocking. I guess this Primeape has chosen to die. I haven't seen a Kadabra yet, which is interesting. I feel like I'm normally, like, beset by Kadabras in here. I knew Ditto was in here. Okay, I feel like Espeon outspeeds everything in here, so I am gonna try and... We'll repel all the low-level stuff, and we'll outspeed all the high-level stuff. No, that's... Yeah, that's right. There's Kadabra. Under the right circumstances, we might be slower than that. I probably should have just replaced Swift with Rock Smash on Espeon, now that I'm kind of thinking about it. Yeah, this is the one thing we don't outspeed. My eyes just rolled into my skull. Well, we'll see if Charizard outspeeds. I did not know Magneton was in here. I'm gonna kill it. Let's get some experience. sturdy. The flash cannon animation is really good. See, there's some I don't like, and I don't know that this guy made all the animations. I kind of think they might have been sourced from other hacks. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking now, I really wish we had kept Dragon Breath, because we're going to need to... I don't think we're going to be able to put it to sleep with Vile Plume, unless it chooses and... Jesus Christ! I didn't realize the levels went that high here. Also surprised we haven't seen a Graveler. That usually means you're getting close. As we saw with the legendary birds. This part is why I love the Pokemon Adventure, not Adventure, Origins anime, because like I'm not big on watching Pokemon like I was when I was a kid, but the one that's like a retelling of Red's story, this part is really cool. And I like how a lot of people don't like how Mega Evolution was used in it. I thought it was interesting. Now we don't know what Mewtwo's moveset is going to be. Normally, I believe it is Safeguard, Psychic, Reflect, Protect? No, Recover. I do not know what it is with its new learn set. So we're going to find out. It has Pressure, so for some reason I thought it had Synchronize. Power Swap is fine. That is not so fine. Maybe it doesn't have any damaging moves. That would be cool. I just want to see how much Acid does. Okay. We've reached equilibrium. We're not going to use the Master Ball. We have to decide... Well, actually, I was going to say we have to decide which roaming legendary. But well... I don't know which roaming legendaries are in the game. I don't know if both Latios and all three of the boys are around. We'll have to find that out. I assume because the game thinks we took Bulbasaur that Entei will be our Johto legendary. It keeps using those moves. I'm gonna go for Sleep Powder. So close. You gotta stay in, man. I'm waiting for it to just wake up and use, like, Giga Impact or something crazy. Not really sure what to call him. Alright, since he's like a teleporting guy, I'm gonna name him, give him a Resident Evil name. No, we will not. Alright. Please tell me we still have an escape rope. Totally realized I forgot to buy more of those. We are gonna need Rock Smash for the Sevi Islands quest, so... Save one more time for the one time. Alright. Next time, I know this was a short one, that was my intention, I wanted to get the Pokemon League over with. Next time, we will pick up with the Fire Red post-game, and then when that is done, we will go to Hoenn. So we will probably do that quest line next time, and then after that, the following stream will be Hoenn. So yeah, that's